So, but I mean,
when you say you're just messing around, what would you do? I mean, you just come up with just things like that.
Yeah, I mean, just like you can just start with whatever.
Strange when you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone, women seem wicked when you're unwanted, streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain, when you're strange, no one remembers your name, when you're strange. When you're strange, when you're strange.
You're living in a ghetto.
Kill his
You're living in a ghetto, my friend.
On the other hand, this gentleman is a villager and a scavenger.
Your religion is so weak. You can't argue.
Will you excuse us?
Your religion is so weak. You can't argue.
We talk about Jesus. Talk about
Jesus.
You can join.
And who are you talking to?
You can join. When we talk about the
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking about the faith.
You still got over 200 friends?
Oh yeah, I think I do. I think I didn't. Did I say over 200? Did I not?
No, I said exactly 200.
That's really going to help us, because what we want to do is have a party in 1 year's time, just under a year's time, Sunday, September the 10th, 2006. Okay? It's my party. I want to invite my friends, starting with you.
Right.
And friends of friends.
Right.
Your friends.
Right, okay.
And maybe your friends can invite their friends as well. Yeah?
You're in one of the greatest cities in the world. I mean, where else would you want to be? But yet you do feel so lonely. And yet, had I been able to, pluck up the courage to just go up and talk to someone randomly, you like to think that that would have changed. But the hindrance is the fear that I think sadly is very, very real. That if someone comes up, that if I went up to someone randomly and started talking to them, they'd think I had a knife.
And people are very suspicious in London. It doesn't matter where you come from. There seems to be a bit of a London mentality. It doesn't matter if you've moved from somewhere else. It just seems to be really suspicious and look down, keep going. I'm not going to talk to anyone.
But just meeting new people is what life's all about, I think.
Yeah, it is.
There was this woman reading a magazine or a book or something. I just, I was like, look at the sunset. She's like, thanks, and I remember doing that and being like, I'm glad I got to share that with someone and just that someone else got to see it who wouldn't have seen it. And I think about it and I think nowadays, like 7 years later, I probably would just keep it to myself.
When I first moved to London, you have to just get used to the idea that people might not talk to you. So you'd almost mock it by talking to people about the dog or something, almost in a very dry kind of a way, and you play up on the fact that you're not necessarily the same. You might be a bit different, So you do play up to that. But then it melts the ice and it all helps.
And people do talk. I think, as you said, once that barrier is crossed, people think, brilliant.
But on the day of the bombings, I felt like for once kind of brought us all together. There's a solidarity there, which I felt I could identify with as a Londoner at that time. So that I think there's a lot of positive causes to.
Well, that's the point of the film, that people can come together.
Yeah.
That's what's shown there.
For the sake of it, yeah.
And why does that only happen on a day of tragedy?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just do that on a day of celebration.
Yeah.
It says get there about midday. It's just like
I'm not sure. At what time finish?
where it's come from is after the bombings on the 7th. Yeah, the whole of London was out on the streets talking to each other and looking at each other.
Good. I like that.
That never happens. That never happens on
I like that.
a day apart from tragedy in London. No one talks to each other. I mean,
Hyde Park, yeah?
in Hyde Park, yeah.
Yeah, God willing.
I want to try and invite the whole of London. Okay.
No way.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Mr. Popularity.
Okay, the way I want to do this, I want to go out next week and talk to one of my friends. One of our friends, maybe Kate. So if I talk to Kate and get her to come to the party, and she talks to her, say 100 friends, and gets them to come, yeah? So those 100 friends will then get their 100 friends to come. We've got 1 million people to come to a party, just through word of mouth. Yeah?
Right.
And that's just us talking to 100 people. That's just 2 a week for a year. We could do that on our arses. Yeah. We don't have to put much work.
If you've got friends, of course.
Yeah.
Alright.
The reason I want to do this is that I don't want the only time that Londoners have seemingly talked to each other
Is it through tragedy?
We'll get you a little card so you can give it to them so they can get it in their diary. There's the details on it. There's and it will just be
friends. It's a rocking idea.
It'll be an amazing day, won't it?
It's that six removed thing.
Yeah.
What concept of?
Yeah, with the whole Kevin Bacon, everyone says that there's whatever it is, degrees of separation.
From Kevin
That's
Bacon.
the word. 13 degrees
Let's
of
get
separation.
Kevin Bacon.
Whatever it is.
That's the ultimate aim.
Oh, this is good. This
Cool.
is good.
We want a kind of starting point, or a second starting point, from one of your friends that maybe has a lot of other non-mutual friends.
I can put you in touch with a guy who does. I'm pretty sure does talk to people.
Well, that'd be great.
He's a friend of mine who I've known since I was born. We were born in next door beds, and
Possibly give her a ring now and kind of
yeah, and
maybe
it's-
kind of suggest that we might want to meet up with her.
Do you talk to people on the tube? I knew you would. You see, I knew.